Guyanese Abdul Qadir and Abdel Nur, along with Trinidadian Kareem Abraham, appeared in the New York federal courthouse this afternoon, charged with different counts of conspiracy, all related to the alleged terror plot to blow up the pipelines at New York's JFK Airport. The men who were extradited from Trinidad last evening all appeared separately for their arraignment. Former Member of Parliament Abdul Qadir was the first to appear. A tired-looking Qadir told the court that he understands all of the charges. He pleaded not guilty to all 6 counts of conspiracy. Qadir's court-appointed attorney told the court that extradition of the documents belonging to his client were taken away. He requested their return. The prosecution did not object but told the court that they would want to see the documents first. The other 2 accused, Abdel Nur and Kareem Abraham, were taken before the judge together and moments after Qadir. Like Qadir, Abdel Nur faces 6 conspiracy charges. Trinidadian Kareem Abraham faces 5 of those charges. Both men were represented by state attorneys and both pleaded not guilty to the terror charges. Abdel Nur, who family and friends back in Guyana describe as a drug addict, did not appear too worried and complained about not having his reading glasses. But a very frail-looking Kareem Abraham seemed disillusioned by all that was taking place around him. Abraham appeared to have lost a lot of weight, and his attorneys explained that he is diabetic and had only recently sustained injuries as a result of a fall at the Trinidadian jail. The judge ordered a permanent detention order for all 3 men after state prosecutors told the court that all of the men are flight risk. They are all dangers to society and they do not have enough ties to the U.S. They will all return to court on the 7th of August before a district judge, when it is expected the U.S. will go into the details of the charges. Abdul Qadir's attorney told me just after the hearing this afternoon that his client maintains his innocence.
Mr. Qadir, he's in good spirits. We talked about his trip from Trinidad over here. Basically, generally he denies any involvement in this. He proclaims his innocence. He's in good spirits. I had an opportunity to speak with him, with my associate, and he's doing well.
Was he surprised with the extradition?
Yes, he was. He was shocked at the quickness of the ruling on the appeal. But in second thought, he also understood that it was a possibility that most likely would happen.
Abdul Qadir, Kareem Abraham and Abdel Nur were brought to the U.S. from Trinidad late yesterday, arriving in Miami. By early this morning, the 3 terror suspects were brought to New York City through the same JFK Airport that they are now accused of plotting to blow up. On Monday, a Trinidadian judge threw out the appeal by the men to block their extradition. That ruling effectively cleared the way for the men to be brought to the U.S. And the U.S. government wasted no time. Less than 24 hours after the ruling, U.S. federal agents touched down in Trinidad on a private jet to extradite the men. Qadir and Nur were taken from the prison in Trinidad. The other co-accused, Kareem Abraham, was taken from a Trinidadian hospital where he has been a patient for weeks. All of the accused maintain their innocence and believe they have fallen prey to a setup that forms part of the U.S. government's international fight against terrorism. When I spoke with Abdul Qadir at a Trinidad maximum security prison back in January, he told me that he is very confused at the charges. He said he was approached by another Guyanese, Russell the Freitas, who is already here facing terror charges, and a U.S. informant about a terror plot. Qadir said he repeatedly turned down the offer and thought he had gotten rid of them and what he called their crazy idea of a terror plot against the United States. During that interview, Qadir also told me that when it comes to his extradition, he was hoping for the best but expecting the worst. The worst being his extradition to the U.S. Reporting from outside the Brooklyn courthouse, I'm Gordon Mosley for Capital News.